Can I sing to you?
You sing to me with you.
Okay.
But I'll give you.
I won't embarrass you by. It would just be an honor. You guys ready?
So I'm just sitting here. Okay, how are you gonna sing for us?
Go ahead. Sitting on a park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intent. Hey, Aqualung, snot running down his nose. Now, what was your first wife into?
Yeah, what was she
Snot running
thinking
down
about?
his nose, greasy fingers smearing shabby clothes. Now, what the hell was going on there?
It was weird, wasn't it?
It was a weird scene.
Tell you.
It's a classic, though. But you probably don't even like to think about the old songs. It's on to the new stuff.
I like thinking about the old songs when we're actually doing a concert. It's okay in that context, but the
Because
rest
this
of
is
the
a
time I
great song.
don't like to think about the old songs. No.
All I know is I was in the middle of singing your song, and these guys just stopped playing.
What happened?
What happened?
Well, listen, I mean, you must have been rehearsing your Duran Duran tunes for later. What do you know?
Yeah, we'll be doing Duran Duran songs later. I'm sure of that. Except I don't know any Duran Duran songs. That's the only problem. But what about it? I mean, your first wife writes this Aqualung thing with you, and then all of a sudden you guys just split up? Was
It
that
wasn't
it?
all of a sudden.
It wasn't all of a sudden. No, it was about, after a couple of years.
Were you famous?
She was young and Jewish, and I wasn't.
Yeah, those young Jewish girls. Well, probably the parents didn't like it because you weren't Jewish.
They didn't like me at all. No.
Really? Was that it?
No, that was about it. Yeah, that was a large part of it. Family problems.
Yeah, but they must have been upset that you guys separated after you were such a big star and everything.
I think afterwards they were a little bit upset. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Really? They didn't know how you were going to turn out.
Well, I mean, after the first couple of records, I would have become an honorary Jew.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I tell you what we're going to do. If it's okay with you, I don't want to hold you up too long because you're beautiful and I want you to love me as much as I love you.
Yeah, we don't want to wear out our welcome.
What I'm going to do is just break for some commercials.
Terrific.
Come back and see if anybody in the audience has a couple of questions, and then we'll let you get out of here.
Good.
All right. Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. He's here at the Hard Rock Cafe live in England, London, England.
Back after these words?
Yeah, back after these words. Tony, roll it. Back on the air from England. Live with Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull. All the great stars come to visit Howard Stern when he's here. In fact, Ian was just saying he's a big fan of our show when he comes to New York. When's the last time you were in New York?
Oh, the last time would be about 13 months ago.
And how come we keep getting all that feedback?
It's not you. We're asking
it's
the
not you.
engineers.
We're asking these engineers.
Who
What's the
just
matter
sit
with
and
you?
look at us.
Hey, we're paying you guys a lot of money. We're paying you American dollars. What's the matter with you? These guys better pull it together. Anyway, we're here with Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. We're at the Hard Rock Cafe.
No, I was going to say, Ian is sitting here talking to us like we're equals.
Yeah, that's one of the things I
Seems
really
amazing.
appreciate. You're not treating us like some schmucks from America. I mean, you're really treating us like we really know what we're doing and like we're professionals. And I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, you're doing very well. For your first day out.
Really.
I think you're remarkably professional.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
He's the
wow.
only
By
one.
late
you so
tomorrow,
much.
by late tomorrow, it will have dissolved into an accident. And you need some cushions on these seats.
Yes, aren't they hard?
You're not going to
Yeah.
last a week. That's why they call it the
The Hard Rock
Hard Rock.
Cafe.
That's right.
The seats are real hard, and let's face it, Mr. Anderson, I don't mind telling you, and I want to whisper this in front of your son because it's disgusting. I do have hemorrhoids, and I'm going to tell you something. Sitting here for 4 hours, this is going to be wicked. This is going to be wicked bad for me. There's going to be more than snot running down my nose. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've got the dangling participle.
early.
Pretty rough.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's terrible. But I do want to thank you for treating us as equals and like we're somebody important because next to you, we're worms. Let me just say that. Next to you and your talent and your genius, if you will.
I can be a worm sometimes too.
Yeah, because...
Yes, but you can do that. I mean, we're worms because we can't be anything else.
we really are. We really have no talent. We've gotten by on very little talent.
Luck.
And we're very successful in spite of ourselves.
Well, I find it very encouraging at the age of 38 to be getting fat and balding, to hear you refer to yourself as mere worms in my presence.
Oh, absolutely. What do you mean you're fat and bald? Are you bald under that hat?
Yeah.
You're
Really?
kidding.
You're
Ian
certainly not
Anderson is
fat.
bald?
Completely bald.
You're
Don't
kidding.
tell me
It
that.
just comes out in handfuls.
What about a hair weave? Would you ever consider that?
Not a toupee.
I don't think I would, no.
Let me tell you something. If you're ever in New York, we have a sponsor, Daniel Rogers. They rub this goop in your head, and then hair starts to grow because that's what they say.
Yeah.
Because
Last time I saw Richie Blackmore,
Yeah.
you know, from Deep Purple.
Yeah.
And he was looking, I mean, I thought he was a Coldstream Guard. He had this great black Busby thing on his head. And I said, Richie, you know, who's your hairdresser? And he was very angry. He was very sensitive about his hair.
Yeah.
Did they play again in America?
They were touring
on
this
the
summer,
Reformed tour,
Yeah.
yeah, they toured for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
pretty good.
we saw them in Australia when we were out there.
Yeah, that's a fun group.
Yeah.
Hey, you must have some great friends, though, man. You must have parties all the time out there on that farm. I mean, you must have some great show business friends.
Yeah, you hang out with legends, don't you?
Yeah.
I know about 3 people in the music business. I mean, Richie Blackmore is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Probably one of them. And other weird people like Alvin Stardust. Alvin Stardust phoned me at the weekends. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know Alvin Stardust? He wouldn't be big over there now.
No, I don't know him at all.
No. Okay, well...
But who else do you know?
Yeah, who else? You must know
That's
Liza
about it.
Minnelli or somebody
Never
like
met
that.
her, no.
You ever
No.
met Liza?
I've never met her, no.
It's hard to
Midge
believe.
Ure, I know Midge Ure. He's a nice chap from the same part of the country as me.
Yeah.
No, George
nobody
Harrison,
else?
you know.
What about
another
Mick Jagger
farmer.
and those guys?
I've seen one of George Harrison's cars, that's about it.
His cars.
You've kind of avoid. You see, that's what we do. We avoid other people
Yeah,
in show
we don't
business
hang
also.
out with other show business.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We're trying to develop some show business friends. Just nobody wants to hang out with us. The only friends we have is
Dee Schneider.
from Twisted Sister. He invited me over his house for Christmas. I'm not going over to that guy's house. Not with my wife and my kid.
What happened?
Well, I just couldn't go over, but he wants to be friends with me. That's about the best I can do. Him and David Brenner. You wear him, the comedian?
Oh, yes, I know him.
Yeah, he's kind of like a show
Well,
business friend.
he uses us, is what he does.
Yeah, he uses us for our radio show, but he never really invites me over his house or anything.
And what about that fellow who used to be on those talk shows in New York? TV fella.
Johnny Carson?
No, younger. David Letterman. Is he
David
still around?
Letterman, isn't
Oh, yeah.
he here?
I don't know. Isn't he there?
Yeah.
I thought that he was running one of those morning shows. One of those morning shows is his.
Yeah.
From
What do you mean?
Great Britain. I think the one on
Letterman?
the commercial station.
They're running the Letterman show?
No.
I'm on the Letterman show. I've been on there 5 times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did he speak to you in between the, while the commercial
Oh, you
breaks
did his
were
show
on?
too?
I did, yeah.
You
He
did?
doesn't. Did he talk to you?
Only when the camera was watching.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, while they're doing the commercials, he just sits and stares into space or scribbles in a book, and it's like you're not there. It's really embarrassing.
It's like a real nutty thing because I sit there and they treat me like I'm some kind of jerk, and then as soon as the music starts and Paul Schaefer and his band start playing, they ignore you totally. And you.
Did you play on the show?
No. I just sat there and was insulted about the Loch Ness monster or some such.
Oh, really? It was in its.
I wasn't really insulted. No,
Yeah.
I just felt it was a bit.
Well, he's kind of
Pompous.
weird.
It's a bit perfunctory
Yeah,
as an interviewing style.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about him because then he won't have me on his show anymore, and it's probably good exposure for me to be on it. But I agree.